now, this week's episode of the Top 10 is brought to you by amaudiomedia.com, the home of the Doctor Who Dark Journey audio adventure. Let me tell you guys, you all know I am not a Doctor Who fan, but once I heard one episode, I was blown away, especially from the voice acting. So if you should, which you will, you'll go to amaudiomedia.com and you will check out their episodes and become a fan like me, Mr. J. And I hope you enjoyed your chimichanga, and look at this Top 10 started.
The droids you are looking for. Top 10. Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
Welcome back to the droid you are looking for, Canada's Top 10 E3 disappointments. Yeah, welcome back. We're gonna do the disappointments trailer now. Isn't that awesome? I know, I just pedaled myself to enjoy / sarcasm. So if you haven't heard the other podcast about the top 10 best things that come out of E3, well, in my opinion, then you might want to listen to that first because it might get a little bit ruined from what I'm about to do. Alright, let's start.
Number 10. Killer Instinct 2. Xbox One.
What's really depressing about this is that this was a fantastic fighting beat-em-up gem from back in the heyday. Unfortunately, the phrase of too little too late now stands in its way. Mortal Kombat has solidified itself as the ultimate presence in terms of fighting games, which now you also have a UFC franchise that seems to also dominate the market, followed by, obviously, a wrestling franchise as well. Unfortunately, Killer Instinct it's been too late for them, to put it least. At this point, it's time just to dust them back off and put them back up on the shelf where they belong. From what we've seen in the gameplay footage, it looks fantastic. But with the announcement of Mortal Kombat 10 and a very impressive trailer behind it, Killer Instinct is going to just end up becoming a fatality.
Number 9. Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
So Nintendo strikes back with another reskin version of their famous Super Smash Bros. Franchise. Now you gotta ask yourself, Nintendo, and I hope you're listening to this, maybe it's time that you start looking to another franchise. I don't know. Maybe actually building a new one. Like, what happened to Metroid? Is Metroid still even around? Like, I'm actually worried if Metroid's been, like, tossed aside so that Mario can get more face time. And really, another Legend of Zelda? You begin to wonder to yourself if they lack any type of originality. Well, which they do. They constantly keep making the same games over and over again, and they refuse for the most part to get into the adult market, which now, from E3, they're slowly trickling in. How about this, Nintendo? Take this away for yourself. How about you make a console that actually can keep up with PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One? Or better yet, which I've been saying for a long time, just stop making consoles. Make games. And then you'll never lose money. Just a thought, boys.
Number 8. Crackdown. Xbox One.
This is probably one of the most CGI-orientated trailers I've ever seen, where you saw absolutely no gameplay. They went out of their way to make sure you saw no gameplay because they know the game lives up to the title. It's crack on shit. Like, it looks like a good game at all. Doesn't give you the premise of the game. All I know is that I'm doing some pretty impossible things, like shooting a mine off the back of a Mack truck that goes into a building, which then explodes, and then the building goes into another building and kills somebody else. Complicated? Yeah. Not a good Xbox One exclusive. But believe it or not, it's not even at the top of the list yet.
Number 7. Akaba's Trip Undead and Undressed. PlayStation Vita.
Well, what do I say about a game? How do you exactly polish a turd? Like, do you put the turd up on a pedestal and just polish it? Wow. I have no words for this. So it doesn't even deserve music. It does not even deserve video. It's just a hentai on a PlayStation. That is all.
Number 6. Absu, PlayStation 4.
I don't know if I want to swim or pee. You hear that? Just listen so quietly. Yeah, I'm actually waving. Oh, I gotta pee. Now, from what I've seen in the trailer with Brian, is that you're in the ocean. Oh, adjust the music, hold on. Whoa. Fuck off. Echo the Dolphin, anyone for 1,000. I'll take famous titties for 1,000, Alex. This game is shit.
Number 5. Dead Island 2. Multi-consoles.
Don't you mean Dead Island 3? Like, there was a second one. It was called Dead Island Riptide, which had, I don't know, zombies that could swim? Well, it's nice to see there's another installment in Dead Island, and it takes place in a different location. I'm going to guess maybe California or Florida, because it wasn't really that descriptive. This is what really annoys me, that you would go all the way to E3 without any actual gameplay footage that I can find anyways, and it just appears to be another reskinned Dead Island. So what makes me want to play this game? I won't lie to you, I own Dead Island Riptide, and both have ended up on the shelf very quickly because they get very repetitive, very boring, and it just cannot keep me. And I'm a diehard zombie fan. I'm a Resident Evil fan. And even I'm playing this game going, this is kind of redundant. I find Call of Duty Zombies more entertaining than Dead Island. And Dead Island's main purpose is to be a zombie game, whereas Call of Duty Zombies is not. I don't know. But it didn't live up to me or Brian's expectations when we were watching the trailer. So, unfortunately, it ends up where it ends up.
Number 4. Doom, to be announced.
I already know that I'm not going to be making friends with this top 10 list, and that's perfectly fine. Now, Doom, watch this fantastic little gameplay trailer. Well, what's a gameplay? Nice little CGI trailer of, oh look, there's a demon, he's got metal parts. Good for him. That's kind of annoying. It goes back to my Dead Island comment. You're going to notice that the next couple of games are really going to piss people off, but I have high expectations for these type of games, and this is what you're willing to bring? Not gonna sit well with me. I won't lie. Not overly impressed. So Doom, I'm hoping for the best. Doom 3 wasn't so good. A lot of people agree with that. So let's hope that the next installment of Doom, whether it's a reimagining of the original, which we don't know, or is it Doom 4, which we don't know, or maybe it's Doom in a different space, or maybe it's like Doom that turns into, like, I don't know, a really shitty game, which is possible too. Maybe it's another 16-bit game. Who knows? Let's just hope it's good. See? Set the bar low, and you will always meet your expectations.
Number 3. Star Wars Battlefront 2 Multi-Console.
I figured I'd let that powerful intro, which always intoxicates me, to the battle with Darth Maul always play. Give you that little solid, a little slice of joy before I take it away from you. Now, going back to another point, is that if you're going to come to E3, at least have something. No, they put up this huge-ass fucking trailer about, oh, we went to the Lucasfilm archives and we look... No. If you're going to make me a fucking video game, I want to see something so I can, like, taste, crave it, make it something I think about all the time. It's kind of like when I saw the first trailer for Metal Gear Solid 4, like, Hideo Kojima just put up just a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta have it, and I literally went and bought a PlayStation 3 the next day. That's what you need to do. Not post little trailers like, we went to work with this. And like, listen, no one gives a shit. The one Star Wars game, the Bounty Hunter game, I think it was like 1313 or whatever, that was actually going to do good, it was canceled. You have not been forgiven for that. But to make another Battlefront, I'm still on the fence about that. What do you think? Just another Star Wars flop, or is it going to work out? Hey, did someone say Harrison Ford don't break a leg? Oh, too real.
Number 2. Mass Effect 4. Multi-console.
It hasn't only been a month. I think it was a month, maybe 2 months ago, I did a podcast about top 10 games that should be remade, and Mass Effect was on that list. Now, yet again, another great example of what you should not do at E3. You talked about all the development you're putting into it. You're talking about what the possible storyline could be. There is no gameplay footage. There is just stills. There is just talking. I don't want talking. I want gameplay footage. I want to know Shepard's next part of the story. I want to know. I want. And yet again, you give me nothing. Very disappointing. Just as disappointing as the ending of Mass Effect 3. With DLC. Snap. Okay, it's time to wrap up this top 10, because I can tell you I'm definitely done talking about it. So number 10 is Killer Instinct 2 for the Xbox One. Number 9 is Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Number 8 is Crackdown for the Xbox One. Number 7 is Akiba's Trip, PlayStation Vita. Number 6 is Abzu for the PlayStation 4. Number 5, Dead Island 2 for all the consoles. Number 4, Doom for the PlayStation 3. Number 3, Star Wars Battlefront for the multi-consoles. Number 2, Mass Effect 4. And finally, it's time for number 1.
Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And number 1. Bayonetta 2. Wii U.
After 5 minutes of glaring confusion, hallucination slash, I can't really explain it. It's kind of like I was in a trance, and I was like digging down deep into my own soul, trying to find something to block out this game trailer. And I'm talking about Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. And this is a hint, when this was a multi-console launch, the original one was, and it's just an exclusive for the Wii U, and are you waiting for it? Now, it gives you a free copy of the first game when you purchased Bayonetta 2. Maybe that's a hint, just a small hint. There was no purpose to this game that I could find. I remember playing the original one, and I don't know what it was about. Now, what's really even more upsetting is that it felt Nintendo didn't even put their heart and soul into this, or the developer per se, because the graphics were polygony, blocky, non-detailed, and then we watched trailers for Hyrule Warriors like, whoa, clearly we can do it. The graphics are there for Hyrule Warriors, and hell, even the graphics are there for Mario Maker, and was also there for Super Smash Bros. Wii U. So what happened here? Did we get cheap? Now, Nintendo, we're going to go back to this comment. We all know that you can go years and years and years without having a hit console because you have that much money. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to cheapen the product. So I will leave you all with my favorite scene of Deadpool the video game, which hopefully can explain this atrocity. And enjoy a chimichanga.
Wade, I need you to listen closely. I've time traveled from the future to bring you a dire warning about...
Oh god, here he goes again. He's not here 10 seconds before he starts boring us with his dire warning from the future crap.
Sinister has knocked out the X-Men by broadcasting...
We may want to pay attention. This could explain a critical plot point.
The survival of Earth entirely depends on... which all hinges on you, Wade. Now here's the critical part.
It's so boring. Make it stop.
Damn it, Wade!
Oh, man, did that hurt. So, we give Cable the slip?
Looks like he left a note.
What does it say?
Idiot. Meet me at the north end of the city.
What? Who the hell is Cable to give us orders in our game?
P.S. If you don't arrive within 1 hour, you'll miss the incredibly large-breasted...
Naked woman who claims to be your biggest fan?
Oh, don't fall for that one
But
again.
what if Cable means it this time? We can't take that chance. Large-breasted naked fan lady, we're on our way.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Thanks for listening to the Droids You Are Looking For podcast. Stay tuned for next week's podcast.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.